Their mouth and speech. The sword was made from lies and darkness, the environment. Now, you think Satan doesn't create a sword that is adversary to God. But I say, no, he does. And I'm about to get into it. Take this to the Lord. Pray about it. Seek him about it. The enemy has a sword too. He's the adversary. He's the mimicker. So what God was revealing to me is that their sword was made from the lies and darkness. Okay? The sword that you speak is cutting, is doing something, is going out. Now, when you're in the darkness, just like that woman who was spewing out vomit of darkness, it's made, keyword, that sword is made from dwelling in that environment. That sword won't form if you're not in that environment. Okay? It's time. If you're in the environment of God, in the presence of God, what sword are you speaking? It was formed in you because you dwelt there. It was grafted into you. It was grafted in because you sat in that environment for it to. You're a sponge who's always soaking up something. I'm sorry you can't turn it off. I'm sorry. It won't happen. The sword was made from their lies and darkness. This is where division takes place. Okay? You want to know why man is so divided? Because they sit in the realm of darkness. They sit in this environment of darkness. And I'm not saying darkness as killing, murdering, and destroying people. It's a darkness of manipulation. It's a darkness of deception. It's a darkness of their own hearts leading them there because it looks good. Now, you know that Satan masquerades as a being of light. So the darkness he's going to portray to you won't look like it. Understand, it's not going to look dark, but because God's perspective is on this and he's looking down at it, he sees for what it really is, and it's darkness. But people who are flowing by this won't see like, no, this is good. Look at this. But because of the discernment they don't have from the Holy Spirit, they've bought into the illusion, this deception. And so they sit in that darkness saying it's light, not knowing it, not understanding it. So this is why this sword that is formed, that is grafted in this dark realm, in this dark environment, causes division. It causes lies. It causes dismantling to take place. Anytime you have someone sitting in darkness long enough and they start to spew, dismantling happens. Division takes place. Okay? The breakdown and the shredding of what was solidified and whole. The breakdown of what was solidified and whole. Okay. I saw in the vision as God was breaking this down to me, it was like I was watching reality. And because there was this darkness of this sword coming out so much, I saw reality begin to not crack, but there was like little cuts in it. And it kept forming and forming and forming, and it started shredding apart. It started just to fray in the fabrication. And God was showing me that this is what the enemy's sword does. Now, his sword does nothing in his hands. He has to give it to us for us to soak in, and then it manifests into something. This is why he laughs. He says, I'm just an influencer. I can't touch you. I can't influence you. I cannot make that happen. But I can manipulate you for it too. And this is what he does.